Thank you, Nicole. Moving on, we have an unbelievable story out of Danielson where one man's being held a hero after catching a toddler. This toddler fell from a second-story ledge. Witnesses were there. They say there was a 2-year-old boy walking along this ledge here 20 feet from the ground when he lost his balance and fell right onto a metal canopy. And there was a bookstore right there. Well, Jeff Leonard was running errands. He was walking below and he noticed this little boy. He got out of his car and ran right underneath that canopy.
He hit the edge of the awning there, and he was heading head first. And he kind of was off angle with me, so I kind of fell back into the side. His head ended up here. I caught his legs.
Thank goodness he was there. Now, state police say the child's mother, 21-year-old Crystal Simmons, was inside and asleep the whole time. Police arrested her, and this morning she faces very serious charges.
And in the right place at the right time, how a passerby saved a toddler falling from a ledge. All of that coming up.
Unbelievable story on the way.
Right now, 6:06, and a Danielson mother facing charges after her toddler fell from a ledge outside their apartment. But talk about timing. Thankfully, a passerby was there to help break that little boy's fall. News Channel 8's Crystal Haynes spoke with the man who was in the right place at the right time.
It was a daring rescue. Jeff Leonard was on his way to the hardware store when
He was standing on that ledge, and he was walking back and forth on that ledge. One hand on the concrete, just walking back and forth.
a toddler was using this ledge as a tightrope as his mother slept inside their second-story apartment.
He lost his balance. He flipped over onto this and was heading head first to the ground. And I just kind of, at that point, I had to flop to the side, catch him.
And thanks to Leonard, the 2.5-year-old, identified only as Joshua, remarkably escaped without any injury.
It felt good to be there.
The toddler's mother, 22-year-old Crystal Simmons, was arrested on charges of risk of injury to a minor. She has since been released on $5,000 bond.
In the right place at the right time. A 2-year-old is alive tonight thanks to the quick actions of a man who just happened to be there at the right time. He caught the child who tumbled from a second-story window. Channel 3 Eyewitness News reporter Kevin Hogan is live with the mobile newsroom in Danielson now with the story. Kevin?
Denise, you can imagine this is just the talk of the day. The Good Samaritan said it was a matter of fate that brought him to Main Street on Sunday. He wasn't planning to go up Main Street, but he was there to a horrifying scene. One story above, actually 2 stories above on the street, in the windowsill was a baby crawling on a ledge, about to fall right down on the sidewalk.
I was just hoping to make the good catch, and it was certainly the catch of my life. So.
Auto restoration specialist Jeff Leonard tells me fate brought him to Main Street in Danielson Sunday morning. It was just about 8:30, and he noticed a crowd gathered in front of the vacant bookstore. Leonard says they were staring at a 2.5-year-old boy walking or crawling on a 6-inch window ledge outside of his mother's apartment.
Nobody was under him. Get the car parked quick and try to get under him in case it looked like he was going to fall.
Police say the infant's mother, 21-year-old Crystal Simmons, was inside, sound asleep. Those gathered on the sidewalk called 911. Jeff Leonard jumped into action.
I worked my way under him, trying not to startle him, and I was talking to him, trying to tell him to, hold on to the ledge with both hands and, don't move. And of course, he wasn't listening to me. And
state police from Troop D were dispatched to the scene. The baby had a cookie in one hand and the sill in another.
When he went to pick up one thing, that's when he lost his balance and fell awkwardly, and I wasn't quite under him, so I ended up leaning back and to the side and made a grab at his legs because he was coming down head first, and he kind of landed with his head on my stomach, and I fell back on my shoulders, and he was all right. Not a scratch.
As for the baby's mother,
she came down. She was very thankful, and of course, and I was just glad to be of help.
Now, the mother, 21-year-old Crystal Simmons, has been charged. She's been released on bond. She's going to appear here in Danielson Superior Court on the 12th of this month. Coming up on Eyewitness News at 6, how residents here at town are just horrified by this outcome, yet thankful. Live the mobile newsroom in Danielson, Kevin Hogan, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
A toddler is okay tonight after falling out a window and being saved by a Good Samaritan. And the Good Samaritan says he really didn't do anything. He just happened to be in the right place at the right time, and he made the catch of his life, he says. Channel 3 Eyewitness News reporter Kevin Hogan is joining us live with the mobile newsroom Danielson with more on that story. Kevin, it is quite a story.
Quite a story, Denise. Jeff Leonard tells me, you know, if he hadn't been where he was yesterday, we probably would be telling you a different story tonight. The baby, we can tell you, is okay. And Jeff Leonard, the guy, the angel who saved the baby, he's pleased that things turned out the way they did. But residents in town, they're upset with the mother who was asleep. Picture this, a 2.5-year-old boy crawling on that 6-inch wide windowsill right there, 12 feet above the sidewalk. No fear of danger. While a crowd started to gather and gawk, no one reacted except Jeff Leonard, who happened to be driving by the vacant bookstore and saw the people and the baby.
My first thought was nobody was under him. You know, get the car parked quick and try to get under him in case it looked like he was going to fall.
Jeff, an auto restorer by trade, says he ran over, positioned himself, and talked to the baby who lost his balance.
He rolled on and caught the corner of the awning of the bookstore, and which was, I believe, like a metal awning, and that sent him in my kind of off.
Head first.
I was just hoping to make the good catch, and, you know, it was certainly the catch of my life.
The boy's mother was sound asleep inside their second-floor apartment. Her neighbors in town are upset.
It's unfathomable. I just can't think of somebody leaving a 2-year-old by themselves while they pass out.
It's awful to have a tragedy like that. Luckily, it came out okay.